And it's time to get started. Here we go. Hey, we're going to play ukulele, regular ukulele. We're going to play Hark the Herald and other lovely stuff today. To get your sheet music, you're going to go to jollyrogerukulele.com. Copy, close. I'm going to go there right now and post the link to this episode. I'm going to click edit page. Dun, dun, dun. And then, so jollyrogerukulele.com, that's where we're posting all of our music. Next month or so, we're going to be doing all Christmas music and Hanukkah music, a little bit. And I don't know if we find other spirit of the season type music, we'll toss that in, some of that in there. And yeah, we've been getting pretty good turnouts. We're going to be doing a little bit easier music in the noon hour for me, which is this time slot, and then a little bit harder, a little bit more extensive music in the next hour. So 2 hours a day of ukulele music, that should be good for everybody. And let's see. Okay, that's opening up correctly. And then let's go ahead and tweet jollyrogerukulele.com. Whoops, that's not gonna work. COM. My little face pops up. I hit tweet, and we have tweeted. I don't know why we tweet, but we tweet. And then let's see. That's working. That's working. All right. So everybody will come roaring in here for our beautiful week of music. I got the whole week posted in advance. Most of my other classes, I did not get enough work done for them. But you guys, in this hour, Hark the Herald, Deck the Halls, Angels We Have Heard on High, and Angels from the Realm of Glory. A couple of, four kind of old school pieces of music. And all of them delightful. Okay. Donna opened up the blinds over here, so I have this weird sort of look on my face. It's not really, my face is not fixable, it turns out. So this is what you're going to be looking at. Hopefully you're not looking at me, you're looking at the music anyway. Who wandered in here? Lynn is here. It's from New Jersey, beautiful downtown New Jersey. And so glad to have you, Lynn. Got an email from Lynn about that sometimes her hands don't cooperate on music. And I didn't know what to write you back, Lynn. I'm like, I know, it's hard. What we're doing is crazy difficult. So, yeah, we'll talk a little bit about posture, see if we can get a couple of things solved around that. Donna's in today. Hey, Donna D. Donna DV. What Donna DV? Does that DV stand for anything? I don't know. Welcome, Donna. Glad you're here. Evelyn is in. Cram down the leftover Indian food, Evelyn. So I'm probably in about 3 minutes. I'm going to be ready for a nap. Nancy says my sound is good. Let's see. Welcome back, Nancy. I miss you guys. Honestly, it's funny. You know, you're busy with holiday stuff, and I kept thinking, ukulele. I gotta get back. I gotta get some ukulele music done. You know, and so yeah, I like being here. I think it's just delightful to come, sit down, play music for a couple hours a day. I don't know. A lot of people still have jobs, and they have to go do them. But I mean, really, it's a pretty good way to pass the day. Let's see. Melissa is in. Let's see, Melissa lives up the street from me. She lives up in Boulder. Boulder's the greatest city ever. Eugene, Vic is in Eugene. It's an okay city. It's my family lives up there, and I've told the story about I spent 8 days at a Christmas one time, and it was so foggy and so thick with fog you couldn't see 100 feet in front of you, and for 8 straight days. And when you're from Colorado and you spend 8 days in the fog, you start to lose your mind. I did not do very well in that situation. So Vic will be our representative from the fog. Let's see who else wandered in here. Raining cats and dogs in New Orleans. Those of us from Colorado, we think we know what raining cats and dogs looks like. It's not until you go back east and you see what they think is raining cats and dogs. Do you understand? It doesn't rain in Colorado at all. It's incredible. When somebody from the east says, yeah, it's raining a lot, you're like, oh God, it's got to be unbelievable. Well, stay dry, Lynn. Hope the roof's in good shape. If I'd stop long enough to let it rest, maybe it would be better. I know, right, Lynn? Deutsche Angel, Deutsche Engel. Oh, hey, Oh, I'm delighted you found us, Brigitte. And I'm going to say Brigitte until you tell me better. Um, she's in from Austria, you guys, 8 p.m. Austria time. We are meeting here every day. Let people know. And I don't know how popular ukulele is in Austria, but it should be. It should be number one, right? Harpsichord number one, thanks to the classical music tradition in Vienna. um, but she's in from Austria up near Salzburg. And I was telling the baritone class, she stopped in earlier, it's one of the greatest places on the earth. I mean, I drove through Austria one time and it was literally every single moment of it was perfect. And so just delighted you're here, Brigitte. And you'll straighten me out on pronunciation if you can. Linda is in from Maui, Hawaii, and so we have both sides of the earth represented here. Vic says hello. Eugene really. It is beautiful in Eugene if the sun is out. If the sun is not out, which is 98% of the time, it's just not for me. So yeah, it is actually a cute little town. They have all these hippies up there, and they're like hippies from the 70s hippies, which is fun. Let's see. Ukulele is not popular in Austria. That's what I know. There's a little bit of stuff going on in Germany. I believe it was Berlin. I was in a ukulele shop, which was actually a pretty nice ukulele shop in Berlin. I think it was Berlin. But yeah, I didn't think there too much. Brigitte, you're going to fix that, right? You're going to fix that. You're going to let people know what's going on with this instrument. It is. Well, for a time, this was the instrument in America. This was really the thing. And it's cooled down just a little bit, but it's still, in my mind, this is a secret, right? This is a secret instrument where you can learn to play at whatever level you want. The only thing I do differently than everybody else is that I really de-emphasize singing in chords, and I really emphasize playing it like a real musical instrument. And so we will be doing that. So let's get started. Hopefully we will have a lovely holiday. We're going to spend the next 4 weeks or so, 3.5 weeks, playing lots and lots of Christmas music. And you guys in this hour will get this little bit easier stuff. I'll make sure that the stuff that we do in this particular time slot is the easier stuff. And then EFG, I'm going to learn how to alphabetize one of these days. And then GH, Hark the Herald, where are you? There it is. And then in the next hour, rather than just giving them more music, I'm just going to be putting it in that giant list of songs that we have. I think there's 22 some songs on there, and by the time we get to Christmas, there'll probably be closer to 40 total songs. And so that group, we'll just rotate through everything. They should be working on getting where they can sight read and play just about anything up there. And for you guys, a little bit easier stuff, hopefully, a little bit more thorough explanation of the songs as we go through them, and that's what I'm hoping we get out of this hour. Let's see. And then, hey, Sandy, welcome in. So our goal is to get Brigitte so inspired with the ukulele and Christmas and all this that she goes out and tells all of Austria that they've got to switch from doing classical music to doing ukulele. All right. Hark the Herald. That's what we're working on right now. Let's go. And then after this, we will run through the Minuet suite, and we'll see how we're doing how we're doing timing wise. All right. Hark the Herald. Chords. You got a G chord, index, middle, ring. Hark the Herald angels. Go to your A minor, sing. And then you got 3 chords here real fast. Glory to. So. And now, we talked about this earlier, and I do think it's important. If you are going to miss any of the chords, right? If you see 3 chords in a row and you're like, I don't think I can get to all of them, you want to skip the chord that's on beat 2 or beat 4, and you want to try to get the chords on beat 1, and 3. So in this case, if you've got glory to, and just skip the D chord, glory to the newborn King. You can skip the chords on beats 2 and 4. It does sound better if you can get, it does sound better if you can get them, but if you have to miss something, if there's just no way you're going to get all of the chords, try to get beats 1 and 3. And if you can't get 1 and 3, obviously beat number 1 of every measure is the important one. Let's see if I can get rid of these hiccups. All right, so notice measure 5, you're going to have an E minor coming in. Measure 6, you've got an A7. And then measure 8, you have that F sharp minor. It seems kind of scary when you see all that stuff there, but it's not too bad. It's really just a G7, but on the upper strings, okay? It's a beautiful chord, right? And then to get to the A, you just lose your ring finger. And then to the D, okay? And that's all. There's one other kind of challenging chord over at measure 16. You're going to go Bethlehem. Okay, so that's your B flat, but it's on the 2nd fret. Okay. So, and as you guys know, I like you to do a full bar with your A shape in front instead of how most of us do it, which is a half bar and the A shape in front. The reason I like you to use a full bar is that there's lots of bar chords, and if you just get used to making a full bar on every single bar chord, it's just going to be better down the road. Okay, you have that's it. That's all your chords in there that we need to talk about. So let's go through and sing real quick. You guys know I can't sing, but it gives you a chance to practice your chording. Some of you are plucking this way. Some of you are strumming this way. Some of you may be trying to really jazz it up. This is ukulele play, how they normally do it. Hark the herald angels sing. That's how you normal ukulele players play it. Please don't play that way. And continue to get emails about, hey, did you see this guy playing this song? And it's the same nonsense. So here we go. From the top. 1, 2, ready, play. Hark the herald angels sing. Glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild. God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise. Join the triumph of the sky. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Let it ring out, and then hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Okay, so obviously I can't sing. Nobody's confused by that, but you can. If you can sing, those chords are going to work just fine for you. I do think at the end of 16, where you get to Bethlehem, do a little bit of a fermata, do an extra beat or two in there, create some drama. Right, just because it's that B chord makes no sense in the song whatsoever, and so it's like, whoa, that's a big moment there, and so turn it into something a little bit more dramatic when you're singing and strumming. All right, next up, let's run through. So the chords are not terrible. There's nothing in there that's really sad. That B is a little. And remember, if your bar chords sound like that right now, that's okay. They will get better, I promise. Okay, you work on them, right? But if they sound terrible right now, don't worry about it. It gets better. All right, let's play the melody. As I peek through, I always like to see what am I going to get myself into. I see some 7s in there, and I don't see any 1s, right? So I'm going to just play it in 2nd position, 2, 3, 4, 5. All those 2, 3, 4s, and 5s are all covered now. And when I get to the 7s, I'm probably just going to slide my pinky up to the 7s and then slide it back to 5. So I can play the whole song in 2nd position, mostly. Here we go. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 0, 5, 2, oh, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, oh, 5, oh, oh, 2, 2, oh, 2, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, oh, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, oh, 7, 7, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, 5, 3, 3, oh, 2, 7, 7, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, 5, 3, 3, oh, 3. And then you're going to go right back and play the whole song a second time. Second time you come through, you don't play measure 20, you jump into 21. Notice 20 and 21 are identical. Oh, 3, oh, 3. But then to wrap it up, go up here, find your 10. Okay, you got to find your 10. It has a dot on it. Okay, and that's your high G note. And it'll sound cute in the end. On tough acts, we're going to do it a little bit fancier, but that's the idea. Is you have this nice little bing on the end of the song. All right, next. So that's your melody. If you're newer, that's the important stuff to play. Just learn to read tablature, just make it each note really beautiful, really the right timing, all that stuff. I give you the standard notation on the chords and lyrics line to help you know how long to hold the notes in the tablature, so that it magically gets rid of tablature's biggest weakness is you don't know how long to hold those numbers. But it does tell you up there in the standard notation. So those of you who use tablature, one, obviously hearing the song in your head, maybe go listen to the MP3 on the website so that you can get more familiar with the song if you're not that familiar with the song. And then, of course, using the standard notation in conjunction with the tablature, and you have the best of both worlds. You can choose to read tablature, or you can choose to read standard notation, or you can take the best of both worlds and you use them together, and all of a sudden you're invincible, right? You've got the two systems working together in concert to make you a great player. Okay, now let's go in and talk about making you a really great player. Tough uke. Okay, tough uke, we take parts of the chord, put it underneath the melody, and you end up with this beautiful song, and you'll just be really proud of yourself. And so let's go through and make sure it plays well, make sure I don't have any mistakes in here, and then we'll play through it a few times. So let's walk through everything. In fingerstyle ukulele, grab the chord first. Okay, first chord is a G, grab a G, we're ready to go. Okay, you're already holding down that 2 with your index finger, so pluck it. And then you got 0, 2, 3 twice. That is a G chord, so just strum 3 strings. And notice when I come down, I'm literally using rest stroke. That's one of the very first things that I teach all ukulele players is, hey, rest stroke. So I'm really literally, my thumb is coming down. See, if I accidentally hit it, I ruin the song, right? Forever the song is ruined. Okay, but if I'm using a rest stroke, then that string can't go off and it won't sound, and I'm safe. Okay, next note's a 2. I'm holding a 3 on that string, so I got to slide my ring finger back to grab the 2, and then slide it right back to the G chord. The 2 I'm already holding down, pluck that, and then you've got an A minor. So I'm going to put my index finger here because my middle finger is already busy in exactly the spot I need it to be. So least amount of motion, just put your index finger up there, 2, 0, 0, 2. Isn't that beautiful? And then hit, and then lose your middle finger. Okay. Let's talk about G chord with your pinky on 5. Okay. This is the shape I'm going to be asking you to do for the rest of your life. Okay. When you first start, you're like, ow, my finger won't go all the way up there. Just keep working on it. It will go up there, especially on ukulele. Most of you should have a tenor ukulele. A few of you concerts. If you got teeny tiny hands, you're playing a soprano, but most people are playing a concert or a tenor. Most adults with what I call normal size hands should be playing a tenor. You're going to make your G chord pinky on 5. Okay, that's that measure 3. You're only going to do it once. A lot of work to get it on. And then you're going to leave your pinky where it is, slide over to the bar. Now you're going to have 2, 2, 2, 5. Okay, and then you're going to lose the bar to get 0, 0, 0, 5. Okay, and then slide this back to the 3. measure 4, G chord goes right back on, 0, 2, 3, 2, that is the G chord. Middle finger up to get the 0, and then right back down to get the G chord. Okay, that's the whole thought. Now we're going to repeat that thought almost note for note. A couple of changes, but for the most part, the same thing. Start at measure 5, play the 2, then 3 strings of the G. Then you're going to go grab the E minor, 0, 4, 0, 4, 3, 3 strings of that, slide it back to get the 2, and then switch to a G chord, play 0, 2, 3, hit the 2 on top. Index finger back 1, middle finger stays right there on the 2. Isn't that cool? And then hit the lose the 2. Okay. Measure 7, back to your bar with a 5. Okay. Next one is 2, 2, 2, 0. Now you can either, if you're double jointed enough, just raise this up. And you'll have an A. I'm not that double jointed. I'll do it sometimes if I'm running behind. I'll do that. But I prefer to jump up and grab a regular D chord. And sinners, you're already holding down the last 2 in measure 7. And now go grab your F sharp minor. And then lift up your middle, or I'm sorry, lift up your ring finger to get 2, 1, 0, a regular A chord. And then put your middle finger down to get the 2, 2. Okay. Make sure you're emphasizing this 2 note. If you're playing a high G ukulele, this accompaniment note is actually higher than your main melody note. So try not to make that the important sound. That's the accompaniment sound. Your main sound is the lower string. Make sure you emphasize that string. Okay. That's the same thought 2 times through, measures 1 through 4, and then 5 through 8. Now we go into a new thought at measure 9. So we're going to go with the G chord with your pinky again. Rest stroke, 0, 2, 3. And now measure 10. Oh, did the sound just go bad? Uh-oh, sound is bad. Okay, so let me tell you what I do here. We're not through this piece yet, so we're going to restart the video. We've been having trouble with the sound going bad today. It's on YouTube's end. It is not on my end. So I'm going to go restart this, go back to the website, and go get the second link. Okay, so I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to start a new stream. Go back to the website, and we will reboot. Vic says the sound is okay there. Really? Well, we have 3 people with bad sound, Vic, so I'm going to pull the plug and we're going to start a new stream. So I'll see all of you in just a minute. Go over to Jolly Roger Ukulele and I'll repost a new stream.